So this is a very basic example of it, but I want to show you the application of that. And so we're going to come back out here to where we have our three bots. I'm not going to pick on industry standard anymore and use Metro to prove a point. I'm going to show you two bots that we're really proud of. You know, we've built Steve Martin, who's designed to be playful and lighthearted, and Roxanne, who's bottom line thinking and using visual sensory words. Now, it could dynamically choose auditory or sense of feel or anything else, but for this, we're going to keep it real simple and just demonstrate only visual. And it can generatively make all those decisions, but for right now, we're just going to show how these robots using the same training data by prioritizing different values can get different results. So we're just going to put them side by side in a conversation. Let's just say I'm looking for a new car. What's the best deal you can give me on a black, fully loaded 2018 Accord, right? Using Metro Honda stuff, we'll use a Honda Accord, and they both give decent answers here, right? You can see I'd love to help, but I can only give you the price listed on our website. Are you planning to lease or buy? The other one is the only price I can show is the one you can see on our website. Now, this demonstrates that the robot doesn't have hooks into their database to push and pull information, but it's still a reasonable response. But more importantly, I want to show you the thinking that's going on. So when I click on these three dots, you see different answers that it's considering, right? So these are the different answers, and here are the sort of the scores that it's giving each one of these. Now, if I were to move, these around, it would change the order that it's applying to the value of that response, which is pretty interesting. And then you can get into all these different other ways that we're labeling things that are pretty unique. Intense is not, so these are just the different intentions of the sentence that it could possibly be. And, we could move these up and down as well. And as we're doing this, we're teaching the robot to understand that these sentences are related in that cloud. But we're also looking at, a motivational ladder. So this, I would say, has a decent desire, but it's not really talking about any of these other things at this stage. So you could come up with something like that. And again, these are only a few of the models in our patent application and our system. But you get the idea from there. So I'll just cancel that. And let's try to throw them off and say, are you a real person or a bot? Fun question. And you'll see Steve Martin again, playful, right? Good news, I'm a chatbot. That means I'm not on commission. I won't get offended if you say no a lot. And my only goal is to give you the best answer possible to help you get your dream car. Playful, light answer. Whereas Roxanne, again, bottom line, I'm a robot. Thanks for asking. You don't have to worry about me hard selling you or talking about my kids. I exist only to make this easy and efficient for you. All right, well, that's actually a pretty good answer. So let's tell it. Pretty good answer. And there we go. I'm glad you think so, but let's stay focused. Are we looking at a purchase or a lease on this fully loaded Accord? And let's give it a lot of information at once, right? So let's say a lease, 3-year, 12,000 miles a year. Great. Are you trading in a car? Got it. Do you see yourself buying the car at the end of the 3 years? Nope, not really. Brilliant. Anything else I should make a note about for the team or the dealership? And that makes it easy. Have you test driven the Accord and know about the features that are most important to you? Let's just go with, yeah, I'm only looking at fully loaded and I want the best deal. All right, the next step is to schedule you a VIP appointment, and hopefully we have someone. And you get the idea. And I could continue this conversation and pull it in a lot of different ways. But I'm just going to hit end chat, and I want to show you why. Both of these are good responses. These are two robots we built. We're happy with both of them. But they're different. And you might think one is better than the other. And that's the point, is you could have an opinion over these robots. And maybe it's because you prefer Steve Martin's lightheartedness, or maybe it's because if you click on sensory, it might be that you're a visual person. Because you see the user, the customer said looking, and look what Roxanne did. Roxanne started seeing these visual opportunities to use visual word choice to influence this person. All right. Now, again, this is really simple, right? This is just one of these models, but you can see it just pops out, right? It's really trying to use this strategy. Now, could it use auditory? Could it use other things like kinesthetics and things like that? Yeah, and could it use all these other strategies to influence the person? That's the key. And so what we're getting to is at this stage with our small data set size, we're very much a retrieval-based system, but by doing things this way and labeling the words the way we're labeling them, it allows us to more quickly get to a fully generative system. And we can talk about the our white papers and what we're doing from an architectural standpoint that allows us to move in that direction. If you want to get into the drier details, but really just at this introductory level, to see that the way we're teaching this machine allows it to make strategic decisions, to use visual word choice, and to select visual sentences and responses rather than playful ones, and to be bottom line instead of lighthearted. And strategically, we could allow these robots to compete with each other and run 2 or 3 or 5 of these different agents in any dealership, and then create hybrids of them based on feedback and data and results. So this is where we are right now, is building sentences like this and conversations like this. And while I'm saying that, one other important thing, as we're doing all our feedback and training, right? And as I go into, like I said, into here, all of these answers are based on context. So if this sentence, it's the first sentence that was said in this conversation. If it was said, 7th or 8th after other information was given, this list might be different. So context absolutely matters, because that's an important part of influence. And so that's one of the reasons why we're using the RNN system that we're using, and why some of the architectural approaches we have is built around the idea of context and influence rather than just accuracy. So that's it.